This video is going to be for you guys who are either starting out or feel stuck. I wanted to put together a less technical video that really just breaks down the basics and where your focus should be. Because I think that focus is one of the key areas of growth in business. When you can finally focus and hone in on the things that help you truly move the needle in your business, only then will your business move forward. A lot of times our focus is in either so many different areas that we're not consistent, or it's not in the right areas. So whether you're spending way too much time thinking about how your logo and website should look instead of actually putting it together, whether you're just kind of sitting on your hands and wondering how you can get business and not taking action. There's a lot of things that happen, especially early on or when we're stuck in business, that is really just a matter of a lack of focus and a lack of intent. All right. So if you're in those areas right now, either stuck or just starting out, you need to essentially dumb things down. So what do I mean by that? Instead of looking at the technicalities and how do I do this and how do I do that, simply ask yourself, how can I get business today? That's it. How could I get business today if I needed to make $1,000 today to pay my mortgage or pay my rent or support my family? How would I get that money? And what's interesting about saying it in this way is that usually if you can dumb it down, you'll actually come up with a couple of ways where it would make sense for you to do a couple of things that would help you get that business. Okay? I hope this makes sense. This is dumbing it down to a T and making it very basic, but at a basic level, this can work because you're going to start to come up with a couple of ideas and things that you could do to help move the business forward. Now, of course, we all know business can be more complicated than that, but if you're stuck and you're early in the game, you're not ready for those complications. You need to simplify and just take action. See, a lot of you, some of the major differences between the people who are really successful and the people who are not, it's not typically because they're smarter. Some will have some level advantages, where maybe they have more money, right? So I'm not disregarding that, guys, but most cases, they don't. Most cases, they started where you started. They have very similar backgrounds, very similar knowledge. They just took more action or had more time, one or the other or both. So for you, you need to put your priority in actions that you can take to get business now and long term, and simplifying a way to do that. And you'll be able to come up with those answers pretty quickly. I can come up with a few off the top of my head right now. If you're sitting at home watching this video and it's the middle of the day and you don't have business, why aren't you posting in groups locally on social media? Why aren't you posting on your own social media with a special? Maybe you don't have any jobs today and you could run a 10% off special for the day. I've seen some of my guys who are actually doing very well do this to drum up business for the day. Maybe you could post that in the groups. Maybe you have customers you've worked with in the past that you could reach out to and let them know you have a special running for the week. Do they have a need for junk removal? All right, so those are just on a basic, really quick top of the head level, but you get what I'm saying. These are actions that if you take a few of them will end up bringing in business, especially if you're at that level of desperation where you absolutely have to come up with ideas. So I really just wanted to focus on the basics for you guys today. Asking yourself simply, if I needed to find 3 jobs today, or I needed to make $1,000 today, what would I do? And typically those answers that you'll find for yourself are ways that will help you take action and get jobs in on a short-term basis. The technical stuff and all that is to help you stay consistent in the long term. But some of these actions we always talk about, Google ads, Facebook ads, SEO, and all these different things. And some of it's probably confusing you guys. But if you're not doing the things at the basic level, along with those things, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage, because I promise you, even the big players who are running Google ads effectively and Facebook ads and do their SEO, they're also doing the little action steps needed to drive the business forward as well with those things. So I hope this helps any of you guys who are at that position. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. But I simply want you to just dumb it down, simplify it, and come up with a few action steps, 2 or 3, that you would use to bring in business if you absolutely needed to today. Hope this helps, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.